Hi Libra, finally we are doing your Christmas Celtic cross. It's almost New Year's Eve, right? That's how long it took me to get through all the signs. I saved the cardinal signs for the end because they're my favorite. Anyway, so we have Archangel Gabriel here at the top of our little candle centerpiece. So if he comes out in any of the cards, that'll be wonderful. I'm just going to push him aside for a second. All right. Give us some room. So I've shuffled this deck for Libra, but we're going to do a little bit more shuffling. I have a compromised thumb here because of a cord. I was trying, look at that. Hey, we were just talking about Archangel Gabriel, and there he is blowing his horn. But anyway, that doesn't count because I'm just shuffling the cards. So anyway, yeah. So we're looking for an accurate Celtic cross for Libra, please. For Cardinal Air, accurate Celtic cross. For Cardinal Air, please. I'm peeking at we got 6 of Wands and Judgment. Accurate Celtic cross. For Cardinal Air, please. Thinking 3 piles. Accurate Celtic cross for Cardinal Air, please. All right, and I'm thinking the middle pile. I don't know why, but I just am. Oh, okay, don't worry. This is supposed to go there. Right there. All right, here we go, Libra. Bottom of the deck, nice. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Let's talk about him for a second. Looks like, by the way, just before I was about to quote Arthur Edward Waite, did you know, Libra, that Arthur Edward Waite, who created this deck, was a Libra? Yeah, he was born on October the 2nd. I was really always meant to look that up, and then last night I decided to look it up, and I thought it was really timely that I did it right before your reading. So he was a Libra, you know. So here's what he said about this card, that he holds the pentacle, but thereupon knows not what he will do with it, or something like that. So it's almost like he doesn't know what he's going to do with it. What else can I say about this card? Usually it's an incoming offer from an earth sign, so it'd be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Are they worth waiting for? Yep. Yeah, because they think things through. They're stable. They think things through. They don't, every action that they take has been very thoroughly thought out and contemplated. This is somebody who is very stable and secure. So it's better to be, bored and stable than to, in my opinion anyway, I don't know, some people need to go out with a bang or have an exciting life, but I'm done with excitement. Gets you in too much trouble. All right, Libra, let's just lay out your spread, okay? Sorry about my thumb here. It's really, I didn't realize how much I use my left hand. I'm right-handed, and this is one. Having an injury to the thumb on my left hand is really, really challenging, especially when it comes to tarot. So we're going to let the Knight of Pence just sit there on the bottom of the deck. I mean, Knights are fixed. All Knights are unmarried, which is good. So that would be fixed earth. Generally, it's Taurus, but it's just that card is associated with all 3 earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. All right, Libra, what is the issue? If we can ever turn this card over. Ooh, nice. So I'm looking at the 2 of Wands, all right? I feel like you're about to make an extremely important decision, or someone else is about to make an important decision about you. The experts say that the 2 wands in this I hate to say it, but it is a stage card, guys. Gray flat surface. All right. Some of the literature says that a decision has been made and partially executed. You may not be aware of it yet. This person also may, where it's a stage card, excuse me, this person may think that they have chosen the right path. Actually, in the Two of Wands, both paths are equally good. This card, I'm not satisfied with what I'm getting from this. We're going to have to piece it together as we go through. So Two of Wands, 2, 3, and 4 of Wands are associated heavily with Aries, all right? I'm going to pause the tape. Okay, so the challenge might help us figure this out. This is interesting. So up came the Death card. So your challenge, this Libra, almost, I would say, never means an actual physical death, okay? What it means is, and let me explain, in this card, so we see the messenger of death coming through on his horse. Okay, there he is. Obviously, he's the messenger of death. What else do we see? We see the king. A king is dead. There's his little head. Okay, there's his feet. There's his body. We see a child, a woman, and what looks to be a bishop pleading with the messenger of death. Please, please, please don't let the king be dead. All right, so there's some resistance to this change. Because the king is a ruler, and the king had rules, and he probably had an ideology, a way of thinking, a way of doing things, a way of ruling, a structure, probably had some kind of constitution. The king is dead, so it means that way of living, the way of thinking, the whole structure of everything is dead, okay? And so this is the card of transformation, okay? Scorpio is heavily associated with this card, all right? We know it's a good card because now I just know that my camera reverses all the images. When I'm looking at this card and I'm looking at the sun and it's rising between two gray pillars, all right? So the sun has the important knowledge is solar, all right? So everything is good. It's the sun is rising in the east, okay? The east is over here. I'm looking at, when I show it to you on the camera, it's going to look like it's rising in the west because my camera reverses all the images. But also, so the river is flowing toward the sun, so the river is flowing toward the east. You can tell because the boat, its sail, the wind is blowing it this way. So what's my point? My point is it's not the night is about to fall and everything's about to get dreary and dark. No, it's dawn. Okay, it's the dawn of a new era. Okay, this is a good card. The only thing that's negative about it is sometimes people are frightened by change and transformation, i.e. the Pope is pleading, the bishop is pleading. It's not a Pope, sorry, the bishop. The woman and the little boy are pleading, please don't let the king die, but he's dead already. So it's about transformation. Libra, good news, this makes perfect sense now. All right, so the Two of Wands, when coupled with the Death card, usually represents obviously, a change, okay, but it's unexpected. It can be something like it's a victory, winning, getting a promotion, that something so good that you would never have dreamed that it could be necessary. So the only challenge here is to accept the change, I think. So this is all good change. This is extremely good. All right, let's see what crowns you're reading. Wow, okay, so something is definitely ending. Don't panic here, okay? Yeah, something is ending You know what's funny too, because it's almost, I was just thinking, almost like if you've been battling something and you've lost every battle, every single part of this battle, you're about to win the war. And perhaps you're going to win it by disengaging with somebody that's driving you nuts. Because the Ten of Swords just came up. Usually that card, this is overkill, okay? I mean, that's overkill. All right. But usually it comes up, there is betrayal associated with it. So usually it comes up when somebody or something, some situation keeps coming back around. You keep trying to resolve it. You keep extending your patience, extending your time, giving them the benefit of the doubt, and they keep screwing up. So it is literally time to leave it, to just walk away. You've done everything that you possibly can, all right? Could be associated with a Gemini as well. Yeah, you guys are 2, 3, and 4 of Swords. 5, 6, and 7 is associated with Aquarius. 8, 9, and 10 with Gemini. So anyway, I don't know if that means anything. Okay, let's look at the tools you're bringing in. Nice. So you're going to be using your intuition. The moon just came up. You may be, so in other words, there's knowledge that you needed, okay? Or currently that you need. And you know exactly how to get it. You know how to access it. I'm just going to pause the tape for 1 sec. Yeah, I'm being drawn right now to the 15, I mean, we call them yods. In this card, they look like teardrops coming from the moon, in the moon card. You know, this card, obviously the main point of this card is there is esoteric or hidden knowledge that you need, that you're in need of right now. You know, the message of the moon, obviously that you can see the concentrated look on the moon's face. He's trying so hard to get that knowledge to you. The 2 pillars in tarot always flank a sacred place of knowledge. So, but given the interpretation, the history of this card, there's an evolutionary aspect to it. There is, because of the wolf and the dog, you know, has evolved from the wolf. The lobster crawling out of the water is supposed to be us, you know, showing it crustaceans, you know, evolving into other types of beings. And the little winding road up there is called the path to better bodies. How do you get a better body? You go to sleep so that everything can regenerate. So there's an evolutionary aspect to it and a very sort of subtle message that these messages or the information you need can come to you during your sleep. Okay, if you get good sleep or perhaps meditate so that these messages can come, can evolve from the subconscious into the conscious where you need it, where you need the information to be so you can use it. So some people have said about these teardrops that it's like the feminine side of the moon is crying. Your feminine side is crying. But you know what? I think it's a little bit simpler than that. There are 15, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. In some decks, there are 19 in this card. Anyway, there are 15 of these. They're not flames because they're coming from the moon. Anyway, so what's the other card? Obviously, the devil is number 15, and we know mainly that the point of that card is it's what you're not seeing. It's that you're only getting half the story. You're only looking at what your 5 senses can tell you, which is sort of the exact message of this card is that there is information that is not in the conscious realm that you need. I think you're already en route to obtaining it, so you're already getting a good sleep or meditating or something. What's in your recent past? Okay, so you've already got some stability and commitment. Libra, all right? I'm just going to pause the tape here. All right, so let's look at what's coming up in your very near future. I love this card. Oh, wow, nice. So Libra, we just got the World. Yeah, I mean, this goes right along with the 2 of Wands and the Death card being there. And the way I see it, it's some kind of an unexpected promotion, something you never thought was possible. So here's the world, and the world is exactly that. It's moving from one stage of your life to the next fundamental stage. So it's like graduating, obtaining a degree, moving from an apprenticeship to something higher up in your profession, getting married, having a child, moving into the next stage of your life. So it's sort of the successful completion of one cycle, moving successfully into the next positive stage of your life, which goes right along with the rest of this reading. Okay? Now, Libra, remember that part of this is giving up that nagging thing that wasn't working out that you gave a lot of your time to. Okay? Just remember that. All right, so let's see the energies that you're bringing in. Okay, so you're very busy. Look, Libra, don't hesitate to drop to lessen your load. Okay, or if you're juggling two people, don't hesitate to make a final decision about one of them, because this is the stage card that just came up. Do you see the gray flat surface? So it means that this person, what they think they're doing, they can't really keep it up. It's not in touch with reality. This person is juggling two pentacles. They think they can keep it up forever, hence the infinity sign there, the 8. But do you see how he has had to actually put a rope around those two pentacles so that one of them doesn't fall? He looks like he's off balance. He looks like he's about to trip. So I think this card also is associated, the 2, 3, and 4 pentacles are always associated with Capricorn energy. Anyway, my message to you is don't hesitate to lighten your load. Okay, let's look at the outside forces that are acting upon the situation with nice. All right. So what came up just then was the Knight of Cups. Okay. So this is generally Scorpio energy, but it could be any love message that's going to come in no matter what. So this is going to happen. I see it as an incoming message. I'm being drawn right now to, as I am often with this, do you see the wings coming out of the helmet? Those are supposed to be the wings of the messenger Hermes. So this is a person who can adapt to a wide range of love styles, but it's a very artistic person. He's not very, sorry about that, Libra. So this person it's not really an active knight. So this person is not going to come in haphazard like the Knight of Swords. He's not going to come in with his horse out of control like the Knight of Wands. He's not going to come in too slowly like the Knight of Pentacles that's at the bottom of your deck there. I see this as a love message, okay? It's probably going to be a bit artistic. What does that mean? It could mean that somebody, plays a song, and leaves it on your message manager or writes a poem on a coaster if you're out having coffee. So it's an artistic love message, okay? So they're going to use some imagination. It's usually romantic and well poised. All right, well presented. Okay, so let's look at your hopes and fears, Libra. Oh, good, Libra. Good, Libras. Good cardinal heirs. The Sun. So you're really wanting your freedom. You want to have everything out in the open. You want to have, you are passionate. You're engaging, there's passion, purity, freedom. There's everything in this card that you could ever want. I'm thinking that one of the things that's very important to you right now is freedom. In this card, one of the most compelling things is that the nudity, the boy being nude, represents freedom. Okay. It's so overpowering, this passion that he has for freedom, or this desire that you have for freedom, or this feeling of freedom, that it can overpower the energy of the sun. Because if we look at the sunflowers, they are no longer growing toward the sun. They're growing toward the boy, who in his nude state represents freedom. Okay. Even his posture, you really get the idea that this boy is free. Oh, Libra, we're getting to the final outcome card. I'm just going to do it. Okay, all right, interesting. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's the Page of Swords. All right, so this, obviously we have swords, we have thoughts here. Generally, the Page of Swords, is sort of Aquarius energy. Look, somebody could be bringing some major clarity to you, or some words that are just very, very clear. The other thing is that you might be, someone's looking at your internet just carefully, and it could have something to do because you're up for some new promotion, so everything's going to be fine. Also, look, this as an outcome card, I'm thinking that whatever you're about to do, it's going to attract people's curiosity, all right? They're going to be very curious about you, about what you're doing, how you're doing it. The Page of Swords is really, really curious about how people work things. So what I see here is that people are going to be fascinated by what you're doing. There's also, one of the themes of this card is that thoughts and emotion are inextricably linked. It's not an emotionless card. We know this because the 10 birds up in that corner are in the shape of a fish or something aquatic, and apparently, the symbolism behind that is that if anyone ever says to you, look, you're too logical, or you're always trying to cut away the stuff that you don't think is relevant, it's not because Libra doesn't care. Libra does care. Libra is the only sign that thinks with the word we instead of I. Libra is concerned with fairness for everybody. So I would say this is a beautiful outcome card, a reminder that you are not all logic and reason and no heart. You have a lot of heart. You're the only sign that thinks with the word we. Anyway, I think that was a beautiful spread, Libra, and it looks, let me know what this job, major job promotion is. You've got a love message coming in, you've got your freedom, your passion, and you've got people very curious about you and interested in what you're doing. Just watch your social media because you are the star of the show right now, Libra. Okay, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year because it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. Okay, bye, Libra, all the best.